2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Pistons in Detroit. Well, for Detroit, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you.
I
understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off, coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We are live from the home of the Pistons, Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. The Detroit Pistons come into this one following loss, guys, to the Hawks.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory, just couldn't come through in crunch time.
You know, here's the thing. They played hard. Strategy was solid. They had a couple of lulls, and it really cost them.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Thank you very much. Now, Blake Griffin is new to Detroit, but he feels the blue-collar nature of this city suits him just fine. He said, hard work was instilled in me at a very young age. The very base of my game has always been physical. Guys, back to you.
Well, Detroit is happy to have him, David. Thanks. There is no shortage of athleticism in this one. Both teams, Doris, can simply outrun you, rise above you. But now they face each other.
What's better than watching high flyers face off? Who is going to put down a poster dunk in transition? Who is going to be on the highlight reel on the gift that you see over and over? Electric athleticism. Let's tip it up, Kevin.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready?
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. And now Washington's starting group. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard. All at point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. And it's Oubre in at the 3.
Well, Bradley Beal has turned himself into more than just a perimeter shooter. This guy can go off the dribble drive. He can score at the rack. That's nice.
Here's Griffin. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. The high post shot. Rebound, Andre Drummond. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Beal. The shot's good from Kennard.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Now here's Beal against Indiana. He was really on his game. Yes, that goes in.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
But, Greg, the defense better start to disrupt his rhythm, or it's going to be an awfully long night for them.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
The other thing it does, Greg, it opens up the floor, right? The other team had zero answer for their outside shooting in that one.
And it's Wall at the elbow. Here's Oubre. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. He gets it in there. Howard's got his first basket of the night.
And like Shaq in the past, it takes a ton to stop Howard on these shots. Simply bodying him sometimes isn't enough.
To the paint. Here's Griffin. Over Morris. The shot's good from Griffin. Griffin's got his first points in this one. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Jackson against Wall. Pass to Beal. Pass to Howard. Out to Morris. Lets the three fly. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jackson with the bounce pass. Drummond passes to Jackson. Here's Griffin. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. In the corner, it's Oubre. Back to Wall. The pass to Oubre. Kicks it to Morris. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Well, he has the frame and the aggressiveness to take on contact. Morris finishing the play and one.
And Markieff Morris out of Kansas, a spread four, as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
You see, Markieff Morris to me is a guy I want on my team. He came into the league as a tremendous mid-range shooter, but he understands today's NBA, you need the three-point ball as part of your arsenal, and he's worked to get it. You know he's going to rebound. He's going to defend at a high level. I love Markieff Morris.
Now here's Oubre after the miss from Andre Drummond. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul. Griffin, no one around him, hits the three-point bomb. Griffin's got 5 points so far. You're talking about Morris. You need guys on the roster who complement everyone, yet give you consistent production.
Maybe the best attribute of Markieff Morris is the edge he plays with, because when he's engaged, he can give you a level of physicality that's crucial in today's NBA. There's a tough guy attitude that he wears on his sleeve, and I love it.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. They lead by 4. Pass to Oubre. He kicks it to Morris. Oubre with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Wall. Misses off the left iron. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Down low, here's Jackson. And that one, good.
I'll tell you, he takes the window of opportunity and delivers a nice pass into the post.
For Washington, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. In the corner, it's Morris. Outside, Beal. And another miss by Washington.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Bradley Beal picks one up.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Rivers, he's checked in for Washington. And that one misses. By this point in the season, Doris, certain teams have been hit hard by the injury bug, and the truth is the next man up, the next player up can be easier said than done.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Kevin. Sometimes it's not necessarily when the injury happens, it's who has the injury hit. So a all-star level player, an MVP caliber player, can't necessarily be replaced one for one. So sometimes you've got to make some schematic adjustments, and sometimes you've got to rely on the whole to pick up the one big star that's gone down.
I always thought, too, character is really revealed when you start losing a couple players to injury.
No doubt, Kevin.
Washington's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Washington calls timeout, and this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And they won the season series last year, trying to continue those winning ways this time around.
Well, we've got a moment here. Let's now see who the league's top scorers are. Blake Griffin is second.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Oubre kicks the wall. Nice ball movement by Washington to stop the drought, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
You know, I've heard John Wall call himself the best two-way point guard in the NBA. He is a tremendous shot blocker from the position. There's a lot of competition, though, at that spot.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls. And for Detroit, a lot of changes, Greg, in their front office this past offseason.
A new GM and Dwayne Casey brought in to coach. Could see a drastic shift in style and approach for the Pistons moving forward.
And so Wall nails both of them. Now here's Jackson. We saw him with 29 points last game. At the elbow, Griffin. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Washington. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Now here's Rivers. Defense right on him. The shot misses. And it's Detroit the other way. Outside Griffin. Outside for Jackson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Washington. Inside, Oubre passes to Rivers. The 10-footer. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Griffin's got space. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Passes to Wall. Back to Rivers. In the corner, it's Morris. The dish to Wall. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, John Wall has always been such a reliable mid-range scorer. That short area quickness and elevation, so good.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Back to Jackson. Griffin passes to Kennard. Stolen by Rivers. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 6-point Washington lead.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Drummond. He's coming off a 16-point.
Stop it!
Oh, my word. I shouldn't be amazed anymore when Griffin pulls off a dunk like that, but I always seem to be. The man has some unreal moves above the rim.
Here's Wall following the bucket by the Pistons. 17-foot shot on the way. It's good. Wall's got 6. Pistons have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Jackson finds Griffin. Pass to Kennard. He feeds it to Drummond. Great D that time from Howard.
Boy, a kickout's probably a better option when the defense is swarming around like that.
Oubre passes to Rivers. Off target from three-point range. Pistons trail by 6. Griffin looking it over, and it's Bullock in the corner. Jackson against Wall. Shot from free throw range. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
Rivers kicks to Wall. Out to Morris. Takes the 3. They get the rebound. And here's Rivers. He had 10 points in the win against Indiana.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability. Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And Blake Griffin said early in his career he used to rely on his athleticism to get by. He said the problem was every season he'd be worn out by February. So diversifying his offensive game has helped him to kind of withstand the rigors of a long NBA season.
The free throw drops for Griffin. And Greg, you look at a lot of the volume dunkers over the years, their bodies often wear down. You think of Amari Stoudemire, Antonio McDyess, even Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I think Griffin could see the writing on the wall. He used to get over 200 dunks in a season. Now, less than half that number. But the trade-off, hopefully, will be longevity and an increased skill set.
Blake Griffin hits them both.
Injuries have taken a toll on Griffin as he's gotten older, but shouldn't take away from what he's done over the course of his career.
Now here's Rivers. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's his first foul. Lewis checked in for Blake Griffin.
John Lewis.
On defense, Detroit, 4-point game. On the wing, Green, guarded by Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. Over Robinson. And another miss by Washington. And, well, Detroit shooting just 35% to start the game. Kennard, the pass to Smith. And it's Lure, top of the key. Right side Robinson, out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
Yeah, looking here at some numbers for Smith. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And right now, he's just a role player, but he's working hard and contributing in spurts.
Well, we've certainly seen flashes of what this guy can do, but he has got to find a way to consistently do it if he wants to be a starter.
Now here's Green. Now the pass to Babbitt. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Pachulia. To the middle. Here's Robinson, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
I'll tell you, that's aggressive passing. Threading it down low and setting up the bucket inside. Really nice.
Rivers kicks to Mahinmi. Green against Robinson. Mahinmi, and Mahinmi with the stuff.
That's how it's done, my man. Jan Mahinmi attacks the rim. No one gets in his way. Well, you look at a guy like Jan Mahinmi who plays the center position, and certainly that's a position that's evolving in today's NBA game. And Mahinmi has done his best to change with it. Changed his diet to become a little bit lighter and more mobile, which is crucial.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Mahinmi no good on the free throw. Doris, you mentioned Mahinmi changing his diet. He said that was not easy for him.
Well, Kevin, his weaknesses are French food and sweets. He describes himself as a big-time chocolate guy. But you understand, if you're Jan, that you need to change your body type in order to be effective and increase your longevity.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Pistons have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific, 79% as a team.
Free throw good, Robinson.
When the Washington Wizards are healthy, you know that their game is to get out and transition. But you think back to a year ago, they lost John Wall for half of those games. So that really took its toll on their transition ability.
Robinson hits them both. Now Satoransky. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Rivers. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Lets a floater go, and Pachulia pulls it down.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
Here's Lure. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And Satoransky kicks to Babbitt. No problems knocking that one down.
Yeah, I like that decision there. Didn't try to do too much, just kicked it out for the open jumper.
Here's Smith. The teardrop falls in.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup, the teardrop.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Wizards lead by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Growing up the youngest of 5 with 4 older sisters, John Wall said it taught him a lot. And Wall had his challenges certainly growing up. We all know those stories, losing his father at a young age, but his mother, his aunts, Greg, his sisters, they protected him.
Helped him to get where he is now. We see it so often. A young man making it to the NBA is really a victory for the entire family.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, you really like the activity on the defensive end. Outstanding, jumping into passing lanes and coming up with steals.
So on the floor for Washington, we've got Satoransky. Green is out there with Luke Babbitt. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Beal in at the 2 guard. Now here's Satoransky. No points in the game yet for him. Beal's shot is good.
Beal seeing an opportunity to hit the glass, knows how to come up with a big-time offensive rebound.
Smith the pass to Kennard. And Lure kicks to Smith. To the inside. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Pachulia.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside, Green. Mahinmi with it. Now guarded by Pachulia. Beal from long range. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you. And Washington has possession after the basket by Detroit. Smith against Satoransky. And Beal kicks to Green. Clock at 4. Over Lure. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Beal. Goes up at the stripe. Babbitt grabs the board.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
Now here's Satoransky. No points in the game yet for him. Beal finds Mahinmi. Shot from the top of the key. Beal can't get it to go. Pistons trail by 3.
I think one thing Dwayne Casey has learned is it's important to keep your star players fresh by managing minutes in the regular season. That way, you're not worried about fatigue or injury.
Here's Robinson. He's got 6. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. Lets a floater go, and it's blocked. Green with the ball. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. To the paint. Here's Babbitt. It's blocked.
Well, incredible work on defense from Zaza Pachulia. Great positioning so he can reject it.
Robinson misses. And with Casey, he also keeps his team doors on their toes.
Right, and it goes beyond the ability to stretch deep into your bench, right? You have to mix up your practices. You have to mix up your daily routines. All the little things to keep his players from going through the motions.
Now, here's Satoransky. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And again, Washington, no good. Pistons trailed by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lure up top. Back to Smith. Robinson against Green. Smith outside. 3-pointer. Buries it from 3-point range. Smith's got the game tied up here for Detroit.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Well, credit the shooter. It's just great work carving just enough space to get that 3 off in time.
Now here's Beal. 9 points in the game so far. None of them miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Smith surveying the D. Kicks to Pachulia. Back to Smith. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Outside, Green. Now, here's Satoransky. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. And now the Pistons, fast break. Here's Robinson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Robinson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Washington calls timeout. Doris, you were a point guard in your playing days. What qualities did you look for in a backcourt mate, someone to play off you?
Well, I would say they were similar to what I looked for in all of my teammates. Certainly you wanted players who were three-tool players, somebody who could put the ball on the floor, use their dribble well, somebody who could pass well, who could identify, okay, next player is open, I need to make this pass. And then the competitive attributes, Kevin. How hard did you play on a night-by-night basis? Did you prioritize winning over individual success? All the qualities I think you look for in a backcourt mate are what you would look for in any teammate.
And Greg, last season there were some signs that maybe some of his teammates didn't like playing with John Wall. Why would they say that?
You know, Wall sits almost every season in the top 3 in assists. Not a stat you associate with selfishness. Sometimes it's really about personality.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for John Wall.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
And John Wall is such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but it helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards, trailing by 2. Here's Oubre. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
With Kelly Oubre, you know this guy's going to be in attack mode. Contact or no, this guy's going to be aggressive.
You know, Kelly Oubre is an X factor for the Wizards. Last season, stepping into the 6-man role. Still very young. He could help take them to the next level.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Kelly Oubre taken after 1 year at Kansas with the 15th pick of the 2015 draft.
You know, he came in as a raw prospect, a 5-star recruit in high school, plenty of potential. The Wizards not a lot of salary flexibility, no longer drafting in the lottery. Oubre might be their best shot at improving from within.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances at the line. He's going to cash in.
Passes it to Jackson. In the corner, Smith with it. Feeds it to Drummond. Here's Jackson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Drummond's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pistons.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Now here's Jackson. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. And it's Drummond missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Oubre dishes the Wall. The Wizards working the ball around now. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Jackson has the open look. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Now it's a 5-point Piston lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Griffin with the steal. Now Detroit moving it up. Jackson misses.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Now here's Jackson. He has 5. Outside, Griffin. Launches a 3. Jackson missing again. Wizards trail by 3. Ball taking his time here. Out to Morris. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Pistons. Smith outside. Detroit, no good that time either. Washington's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Outside Jackson. Fires from deep. Rebound Washington. Wall's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Morris passes to Howard. Morris kicks to Wall. Back to Morris. 6 to shoot. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
Jackson against Morris. Smith outside. Over Wall. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 7 points in the game. Wizards trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Wall finds Beal. Plays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Beal's got 9 points in the quarter.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Griffin passes to Drummond. And it's sent back by Howard.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such a long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him. Well, Bradley Beal is turning himself into one of the elite two-way players in the NBA. Go back to 2017 when he becomes the youngest player in NBA history to make 700 career three-pointers. It happens to be the same season that he was voted into his first All-Star game, and his coach believes he should be one of the best defensive players on the perimeter in the NBA. Let's watch and see.
One shot.
And it's tied up with that one. And watching Beal now, much more assertive than when he first entered the league.
You know what, Kevin? The physical tools for Bradley Beal have always been there. He's got great size at the guard position. He's a knockdown shooter. He is a quiet leader, but an effective leader. And he's learning how to be the voice of a team. There is so much to like about Bradley Beal.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
He's been a marksman this period. Their shot mechanics finally in sync.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
Detroit making a switch here. Robinson's checked
One
in.
shot.
Throw good, Beal. And last year, big expectations for the Washington Wizards. Yet, Doris, they couldn't get out of the first round of the playoffs.
Well, many believes, Kevin, they were too talented to finish as the 8th seed. And when you finish as the 8th seed, you play the top seed. So they lose to Toronto in the first round. There's still a ton of talent here, but lots left to prove.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Rivers kicks to Morris. It's Beal on the wing. A floater, Howard. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got his second basket of the night.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Bobbed up there for Drummond. The shot, no good. And it's Washington the other way.
And this is obviously where you'd like to see a 2-for-1.
Absolutely. You have to execute. No reason why they can't get a couple of chances at scores.
And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with this development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Detroit with the ball. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Drummond dishes to Jackson. Here's Griffin. Another three for Detroit.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Washington's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And here's Wall. He had 28 points in the win against Indiana.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
He kicks it to Rivers. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one.
How good is that pass from John Wall? My man doing some work right now.
Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for Washington. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what has your approach been so far tonight?
I'm just trying to play with a lot of energy. I'll do the best I can on the defensive end to help my teammates out. And post hard.
Dwight, thanks. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points and 3 rebounds. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possessions. They did a great job of that in the first half.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots, gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible those guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, if you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, the first half, what a thing of beauty. He was just living in the lane.
How special is it, Greg, to watch a guy who's able to get into the paint with speed and consistency? They cannot let him get inside like that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Kennard is out there with Jackson, and it's Bullock in at the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. A nice shot by Griffin.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Now here's Wall. Over Jackson. That one off the back iron and out. And so Griffin will bring it up for Detroit. It's a one-point game over Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. With the analysis, the defensive impact becoming more advanced, Doris, do you think that helps defenders gain recognition even when they're not putting up numbers in individual statistical categories?
Well, think about a recent winner of the Defensive Player of the Year, and that's Draymond Green. whose value becomes into sharp focus, particularly in the fourth quarter of games. When it becomes a possession ball game and Draymond Green is flying around the floor in help defensive position, covering up for teammates' mistakes, I absolutely think, Kevin, increasingly because of the advanced metrics, that players can be defined outside of points and rebounds. So I love the impact of the numbers.
Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
On the wing, Morris. Bullock with the rebound. The Pistons shooting for the game at 42%. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Pass to Drummond. Kicks to Bullock. Griffin against Wall. For the lead and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, "Sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader." Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. Beal can't get it to go.
They've got to start working for better shots. Just 1 for 4 in the second half so far.
That doesn't go either for Griffin. The Wizards with the lead. Wall finds Beal. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Beal's got 21.
Every season you see Bradley Beal add an element to his game. This guy is a tenacious, versatile scorer.
Griffin against Morris. Back to Bullock. Detroit, no good that time either.
Tough start to the second half. Just 1 for 5. Wow.
Wizards leading by 4. Now Wall. 9 points in the game so far. Beal up top. He's guarded by Bullock. And he makes that one. And that's 23 points for Beal.
Well, this is what you want, right? Bradley Beal coming off the screen with purpose.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Back to Jackson. Griffin against Morris. Griffin passes to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. From past the arc. Washington with the rebound. Howard's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Oubre passes to Wall. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, they are not locked in defensively here in the second half. The intensity and focus haven't been there.
He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line. For the Pistons, Pachulia. He's checked in for Andre Drummond. And Lewis subbed in for Blake Griffin. And then for Washington, Mahimi's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Markieff Morris. And Satoransky's subbed in for Beal. Pistons trail by 9. Kennard kicks to Lewis. Here's Jackson. Misses off the right iron. Here's Washington now. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Wall's shot is good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Yeah, you can't let this kind of run
continue. Really need to go back to the basics.
No, exactly. I think it's impossible to let this momentum continue. Let's see what they can come up with in the timeout.
And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Wizards.
And most of the damage being done by the backcourt. They've leaned on their guards big time, and the plan has worked to perfection. The small ball approach has been the way to go.
Now here's Lure. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Green against Jackson. Looking to end his cold spell. And there's the pass to Kennard. Lure. And not sure what he was thinking there. Wizards leading by 11. To the left wing. Pass to Wall. Up top, Mahinmi. Pachulia covering. Back to Wall. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Kennard, the pass to Pachulia. They need this. It's rebounded by John Wall. Wall's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Satoransky. Another one falls for Washington.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Lure dishes to Jackson. Here's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Pistons making a change here. Smith is checked in.
Back on the floor. This is Smith.
Here's Smith. He has 7. Passes it to Lure. 5 to shoot. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Jackson.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by Washington.
Now here's Wall. He's got 14. Oubre can't get it to go.
You know, and Reggie Jackson, a really solid first season and a half in Detroit, but the last 2 seasons, injuries have really held him back.
Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Reggie Jackson in 2016-17 battling knee tendonitis. Last season, Greg, a severe right ankle sprain.
I mean, he's so important in terms of his impact for the Pistons. An athletic, physical player. When he's right, he can be a difference maker on both ends.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Glenn Robinson, the 3rd, is checked in for the Pistons. And a switcher also for Washington. Rivers checked in. And so Jackson nails both of them. And the Wizards with possession. They're on a 13-4 run. Ball against Smith. Another one falls for Washington.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Jackson finds Pachulia. Out to Smith. Back to Pachulia. Jackson looking it over. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. Detroit, no good that time either.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Now here's Wall. 16 points for him. Off target with the open look. Wall against Smith. He kicks it to Jackson. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Outside, Wall. They kick it out to Green. Outside, Wall. Over Jackson. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Wall's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, you like the attitude of John Wall, right? Poised, confident, even with the defender closing in.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. Taking a look at Washington. Right now, they've been able to gather the 8th best record in the conference as the latter part of the season approaches. And, of course, Detroit, 3.5 back.
And I think for the Pistons, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Oh, that's for sure. I mean, this is where the pressure really starts to build. Any little slip-up between here and the end of the season, and they could find themselves sitting at home for the playoffs.
Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Ooh, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
Smith on the wing, covered by Wall. Jackson kicks to Lure. Got a piece of it. Smith the pass to Lure. Robinson against Rivers. Robinson misses. On offense, here are the Wizards. They're on a 19-6 run. Wall against Smith. Now, here's Wall. He's guarded closely. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Detroit, trailing by 13. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Smith finds Jackson. Detroit, no good that time either.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Wall's shot is off. And, well, Detroit shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Here's Smith. He has 7. Over to the wing. Robinson down low. He's guarded by Rivers. Out to Smith. Beyond the arc. Got a piece of it. It's 2-on-1. On up the court. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now a glance at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top assist men over the past 10 games. Number 5 is John Wall.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Free throw line numbers for him, 6 of 7.
He has come through in a big way at the foul line in this game.
First free throw is good. Washington making some changes. Howard comes in for Mahinmi. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Satoransky. That one misses. Pistons trailed by 14. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for John Lure. Jackson up top. He's guarded by Rivers. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Smith's got 10.
That three-pointer is good almost every time if he's left that wide open.
And Wall kicks to Howard. Over Pachulia. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, I wouldn't say the D was exceptional, but it certainly was enough to bother him.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Rivers. 4-on-3 break. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. First free throw is good. The Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Morris is checked in for Washington. Rivers hits both of them. So it's the Pistons now. Smith left side. Dishes it to Griffin. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his second foul of the game. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for the Pistons.
Back on the floor. Reggie Bullock.
Wall against Smith. In the corner, it's Griffin from the baseline. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Wall with it. 21 points in the game. Pass to Howard. Now Beal. The tray. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 1:07 left here in the third quarter. To the wing right side. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Griffin.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here's Rivers. He has 7. Out to Morris from deep. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense.
Here's Griffin. 21 points in the game. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Bullock.
That's a nice little outside-in play right there. Good feed into the post and a solid finish.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Beal. But they get it back. Morris passes to Rivers. Shot clock at 6. Out to Morris. Bangs home the trifecta. Morris has got 10 points.
Well, one of the more valuable things in basketball, bigs who can stretch the defense. Morris, one of those guys.
And so it's Washington with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Washington leading now by 10. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Washington, Wall and Rivers the guards. Inside we've got Morris and Howard. And it's Beal in at the small forward position. Bullock kicks to Kennard. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And stolen by Howard. Rebound by the Wizards. Outside, Wall. Now the pass to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And these dunk attempts are just too easy for Howard. All he has to do is rise up, and he's golden.
Pistons trail by 12. Smith kicks to Griffin. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Lets it go with a three. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Wizards making a change here. Oubre's checked in. Washington leading now by 12. Rivers dishes to Morris. Shoots over Griffin. Morris, no good.
Boy, terrific defense to impact the shot, not giving him any space at all.
Outside Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Rivers finds Beal. Shoots over Bullock. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. To the middle, Griffin with the steal. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Friday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. And then on Saturday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And for that game against the Hawks, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
That's good from Blake Griffin. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And Dwight Howard this past offseason on the move, Greg, once again.
And Howard traded from Charlotte to Brooklyn soon after bought out by Brooklyn, making him a free agent. He's hopped from team to team over the last few years, and you wonder if he'll find a place to finish out his career.
One shot.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Morris kicks to Beal. The baseline J buries the jump shot. Beal's got 25 points.
Well, Bradley Beal, known as an elite scorer. This guy's got a great mid-range. He can take advantage as he does there.
Drummond passes to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Howard dishes to Beal. Out to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Off target with his 3. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Detroit. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. Wizards leading by 6. Rivers passes to Oubre. Howard at the elbow. Back to Oubre. It's Rivers on the wing. Floats one, and the layup is good.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Smith kicks to Drummond. Back to Smith. Pass to Kennard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right, the effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
It's Rivers on the wing. Shoots from 12. Morris dishes to Oubre. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Wizards lead by 8.
Well, you have to respect how fast Kelly Oubre gets his shot off in catch-and-shoot situations.
Griffin against Morris. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
He has certainly done his part this period. Just needs to get a little more help from his teammates.
Satoransky's checked in for Bradley Beal.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
And they are shooting themselves in the foot here. They've lost their touch at the line. The percentage continues to drop from where it was in that first half.
So it's the Pistons now. Smith outside. Kicks it to Griffin. Passes it to Bullock. Here's Kennard. He's guarded by Rivers. The Pistons rebound. Here's Drummond to the wing on the left. Here's Kennard. Drummond in the post. Working on Howard. Bucket is good.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be in the top 3. That goes for both ends of the floor. Just no way to hold him in check on the board.
Griffin with the steal. Pass to Kennard. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And now just a 4-point Wizards lead. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Satoransky the pass to Rivers. And the wide-open shot from Morris. And again, Washington with the triple.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Drummond finds Smith. Outside Griffin. Here's Kennard. He's guarded by Rivers. Kennard the pass to Bullock. Inside. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Blake Griffin.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
With the teardrop. The shot by Satoransky, no good. The Pistons have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Smith in the posts. Satoransky covering. No good from the wing.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 16 rebounds.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Griffin kicks to Kennard. Offline with his 3. Washington leading now by 7. To the inside, Griffin with the steal. Here's Kennard. He's guarded by Rivers. For 3, Smith. Rebound, Washington. Howard's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Right. I mean, that's solid defense. At the very least, you like seeing them muck it up and make things difficult.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Pistons. And the Wizards making a change here as well. John Wall's checked in for Satoransky. Back to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Griffin kicks to Jackson. Now the pass to Bullock. From 13, that shot is off. Now Washington takes it the other way.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
All with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Really left alone that time. And now it's a 12-point Washington lead.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wall. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. They double-team Griffin. Another shot. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Jackson.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
All with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Now here's Oubre. And the layup is good.
I tell you, like lightning, Kelly Oubre flashes through on the drive. No one quick enough to stop him.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Pass to Kennard. His three-pointer's off the mark. Washington leading now by 10. Here's Beal. It's Drummond with the rebound. Griffin against Morris. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Back to Wall. 1:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Morris. Plays it up and banks it in. And it's a 12-point Wizards lead.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Yeah, how about the strength and focus there of Griffin? Absorbs the hit and still finishes. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Wizards.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Howard.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Outside for Beal to the left wing. Goes up again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, and when Howard loads up inside, I think the defense is smart to foul and send him to the line.
Dwight Howard, 2 shots.
Relax on the first.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker.
And Howard may be the most physically imposing player in the game today. His strength still sets him apart.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Detroit. There's Thomas with the 3.
You know, we've seen him just tear after the rebounds tonight. No fear. You have to love that effort.
And here's Wall. And so it's the Wizards with the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. With John Wall. John, do you think this team has reached its potential, or is there still room to grow?
We can go to a high level. You know, we still can get better defensively. Offensively, our efficiency is not there yet. You know, we still getting used to playing with others. We got a lot of room for improvement.
That's good news for Wizards fans, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.